Dispatcher here. You're cleared onto the main. Over. Roger that. All clear. Out.
Welcome back to Mark's Lionel Trains. You're looking at the completed EMD FT upgrade, and it has the electric railroad cruise commander in there. And it was a very interesting project. It took over 2 weeks to finish it. I actually made a mistake on the first board and plugged the AC ground into one of the motor things, and it shorted out the whole railroad, and so I had to order another cruise commander, and the directions are not very good. I mean, they tell you to make sure that the connections to the motor should be made first, and then you got to make sure you get your hot center rail and your common figured out, and then don't install any capacitors because these are a DC motor obviously, and do not try to figure out the correct motor polarity, and you can reverse them later. That's all they tell you. They don't tell you how to do it. So I just figured, but I figured wrong. So I finally asked Roy how to do it, and this is the picture of the instructions. That it's not fitting through there because the camera's in the way, but yeah, I should just back it up a little bit. There you go. That's the instructions that they gave you. And it gives you the, this is where you make the motor connections, the motor, and this is where you make all the light connections on the other side. And then this is the little paragraph on how to hook it up. So, if I would have had a diagram like this on how to hook all these wires up, it would have really helped out a lot, because that tells you exactly how to do it. So I'll try and get this in the frame as clear as possible, and so that you can see this is how you connect these. This is the exact way to do it. On mine, to find the AC ground, the outside rail, there's a wire soldered to the side of the can motor. On each can motor, there's a wire soldered there. That was my ground on mine. Some grounds would be soldered to the chassis, and you can use that. But that's the diagram you need to wire this up to a 2-engine diesel. If you only have a steam engine, you take one engine, and then one wire goes to motor 1, and one wire goes to motor 2. And like in my case, I hooked it up backwards. This is the correct way to do it. I hooked it up opposite, but in my case, when the front light came on, the engine went in reverse, and when the rear light went on, it went forward. So I had to reverse motor 1 and motor 2, and then we were fine. So, and that was the adventure. Thank you, Roy, for telling me how to hook this up. So now I know how to do it. So I'll right now I'll switch you over, and I'll show you the inside of the engine. The soundboard, the F3 soundboard, is on top of the command board in the center of the engine. All the connections to the lights can be unplugged, and then the shell can come completely off the engine. The antenna wire is connected to is hot glued into the top of the engine. I hot glued the front lights in there carefully, so if they ever go out. He's got these LEDs running at 50% power, so that they're not real bright. They look realistic, and that's really cool. So I'm glad I learned that. So, and also on shutdown, the front light stays on, unlike the other Lionel engines that I have on the railroad. So that was another interesting. I asked him today. There's nothing in any of the instructions that say anything about that. I always read the directions and the frequently asked questions before I send Roy a email. He's a busy man, that's for sure. But okay, let me show you the inside of this railroad, or this this engine. Railroad. Yikes. This is my completed assembly of the train. That's the front area with the headlights and the number board lights. And we have in the back, we have the rear light, and we have the command board hooked up to the motors. The front and the rear motors. That's the front motor. That's the rear motor. Got the lights hooking up in that area there. The red and black wires hooking to the commander. And yeah, that's the battery that that you can use it when you're running it in conventional mode. I'm going to take the battery out, and because I run in command. So yeah, but that's it. That is the installation. All right, let's power her up and get it going, and you can take Roy's card out of there. The Roy's trains. He's a big help, I'll tell you. If it's not in the frequently asked questions, send him an email, and like if he's not traveling, he gets back to you real quick. So I definitely. Oh, also the reset. If you want to do the reset, it's just like the regular Lionel engines. I think it's what AUX 1 0 for a soft reset, and then in the back of your owner's manual, it has the hard reset, the factory reset on there. He says it's the same. So good information to know on that. So this is engine 4. Actually, this is really good for me too, because I don't have any single number engines, and I didn't quite know how to do single engines because I always change the number right when they get here. So I never knew, you got to do engine 4 and then an AUX 1, and then it starts up. So yeah. But I'm not real good at the crew talk yet. It has pretty basic crew talk, nothing real fancy or any of that. So here's
Dispatcher here. Please hold for track orders. Over.
That's number 7 on the number 7 on the legacy remote. The bell. There's the bell. The whistle. Or the horn. That's kind of like I had a little quill there for a second. I don't know if that's a quill or not. But anyway, let's try some more of the crew talk.
Dispatcher here. You're cleared onto the main. Over.
Okay, good enough.
Roger that. All clear. Out.
It has great starting speed. It's really awesome. The Odyssey speed control, it doesn't have flywheels on it, but it really starts slow. I'm going to turn the controller up real slowly and see what it does. It doesn't have momentum either. No momentum control. I will stop it there momentarily, and I'll show you that I have the rear direction light installed in the back. and that's pretty cool. Now that I have the B unit, I'm kind of considering putting one on the B unit as well, but we'll see. That's another project down the road. Here we go. And the cool tail car. I like that Mars light. The Mars light is very cool. Alright, that stop was a lot better than the last stop that I did with the old system on there. But anyway, that's the new EMD FT with the Roy's Trains Electric Railroad Cruise Commander and the F3 sound card. And it's awesome. Thanks for watching Mark's Lionel Trains. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for everything. This is my first go at editing, so we'll see how it works. Thank you very much. I guess we should show you the shutdown sequence, so we'll do that.